Congo Community Spotlight, and we are out in the community today, and we are blessed to be in the gallery where everyone needs to come, 227 North Market Street in Wilmington, the gallery of Miss Eunice LaFate. But welcome.
Good afternoon.
I can say you have to welcome me because I'm in your house now, right? I can welcome all the viewers.
Welcome,
but thank
Kim.
you so much for having us here today. Now I can honestly say this is my first visit to the gallery, and I am amazed at all that's here.
It is more than a gallery, it is a vision center. Where the vision comes alive every day.
I believe that. And just hearing of all of the fun things that you're doing, how you have incorporated caregiving and grief counseling per se in with art. That is amazing. You want to tell me just a little bit about that, since we know, I am very big on understanding that grief is real and that people need to take time to grieve so that they can heal. So how do you participate in that? What do you do?
Okay, 9 years ago, I lost my dear husband to cancer. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I was tossed that, what am I going to do after 31 years? And my siblings wanted me to move to New York. And I said, give me time. I prayed. I asked for divine intervention. I got the vision to open this gallery. Mm-hmm. But even prior to that, while in the last 5 months of his life, while he was laid up in a nursing facility, I visited every day, never missed a day. I took my canvas and my markers, my liquid paint markers, and created works of art at his bedside.
Isn't that amazing?
Some of them are over there.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is so, and you never think that you could do something like that.
Exactly.
Like, we're always somewhat confined and want to stay within a box. And that's the nice thing about art and everything that has to do with art, that you can come out of that box.
Well, you want to hear the latest, and I should have a picture here to show that. They are now using art in the hospitals.
Isn't that wonderful?
When they're doing procedures, they're asking patients, and what song would you like us to play? And guess what's a favorite? The Three Little Birds.
Isn't that wonderful?
Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing
is gonna be all right.
And that's what kept me during the pandemic.
Really?
When we were on lockdown.
Yes.
I stayed home and painted.
And
played my Bob Marley music.
That's right. That is such a blessing to be able to, and it's so enlightening, and to be able to share with people that we have these options, and that everybody can take advantage of it. We don't have to be a master like you in order to express ourselves. Like you said, that going to the hospital and just do something different is so great. And I am happy to know, so I didn't even know that you did. I see a lot of people do the painting of the glasses and the coming and painting of canvas and having paint parties. So I'm excited to say you offer paint parties. So please.
And I want to thank AARP Delaware.
Okay.
Last October, actually in May and in October, they sponsored classes for caregivers. Because caregiving is a work of heart.
It is.
And it's a lot of challenges. And people were here to paint.
Good.
To paint the grief away. Or to paint the challenges of caregiving. And what was so important, I had 3 youth, 13 through 17, who were part of the caregiving class.
Isn't it nice?
It is big out there now that youth,
the
youth are taking an active role in caregiving.
And I shared that we didn't get credit. I'm going to say we, but I know growing up, we all had to caregive. Your auntie, your uncle, everybody was in the house, and we ran and got the food. We know there wasn't people didn't come around. They said, fix this, Kim, go get this and take this to aunt, so we historically have always cared, 9 times out of 10 our loved ones were with us, and we cared for them.
And that is why a piece of my art, that purple one there, it is titled The Family in Caregiving.
Isn't that wonderful? We're going to show this very quickly.
Yes, The Family in Caregiving. Because during my period of caregiving, the family was always there calling and asking, how are you doing? How are you doing? And what is important, I must stress, is self-care.
Yes.
Because a lot of caregivers don't care for themselves.
Right.
So, you're a caregiver. Did you take your medication?
And did you get your rest? I always remind people that they don't realize how much is coming out of them and that they really need to take time to get their rest. Rest is important because you need rest to heal.
Great. And I've developed some tips that I've put in that catalog over there. Yes, telling people, giving people some ideas. What can you do? Especially when you lose a loved one for whom you care.
Yes, yes.
What do you do?
Because suddenly you're left lost feeling.
There you go. And I have a theme called Rebounding from Grief to Growth.
Isn't that wonderful?
Find a purpose. And our president, I have to say that because he has suffered a lot of grief in his lifetime. And his statement is always, find a purpose.
Find a purpose.
Take that grief and turn it into a purpose. And that is why he's president today, because he turned that grief into a purpose.
Into a purpose. And that's so important. And so, and this is some of the artwork that you did while you were
caregiving.
While you were caregiving.
And I've now put them in a catalog.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I've written titles for them. And the most important piece in the series is one called Your Life is on Your Plate.
Love it. This is my favorite now, I think, too.
Your life is on your... Remind me to give you a magnet.
Oh, okay. Yes, definitely. Because everyone who knows me knows how important I feel food is and how much we need to pay attention to what we put into our body.
I learned a lot during my caregiving that there is a great relationship between food and cancer.
Yes.
And cancer cannot thrive unless you feed it. The cells can't grow.
Right.
So don't feed cancer. Starve cancer.
Starve it.
Starve it.
And that's so important, and that we take control, because a lot of times unknowingly we give our control away. You know, we don't mean to give the control away, but we give control away by just not paying attention, just by kind of going on with what the world says. And as you learn with your doctor saying, hey, wait a minute, stop reading.
You read too much. Yeah, I was,
So you did a lot of your own research and took the time to care for your husband.
That's right. And that is why I want to, and I've made it my mission now, to give back to the community and to help people cope. I was honored at the Blue Ball Barn this Monday ago.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
The National Healthcare Corps
Isn't that wonderful?
honored me.
And that's such a blessing to get honored. So many times people wait until someone is gone and then they want to honor them, but it's very nice that...
And of all the honors that I've received over the many years, that is the most important to me.
Isn't that amazing?
Because it focuses on healthcare.
On healthcare. That's so important to so many people. And we need to. We have to start taking control of our lives, our hands, because we control what food we pick up and put.
That's correct.
We control those selections that we make. And I think we have to make each other accountable. Like, we have to lovingly remind people to say, hey,
there you go. That's why I'm going to give you that magnet.
Yes.
And everyone should have it on their refrigerator.
That's it.
Your life is on your plate.
Your life
it is in your glass,
plate.
Your cup, your mug, or wherever.
And it really, when we're going real far into this health side, but it's very important because it takes only a little effort to get the nutrition that you need for the day. Like, we're so conditioned to eating a lot of things that have no nutritional value.
Not at all, none.
And so getting that nutritional value first thing in the morning and paying attention. You shared you get up and you drink some water every morning, some room temperature water, and just having those awareness, just being aware that you started your day off cleansing and flowing and putting in something that's it. So all of those things are truly important, and we have to just kind of pay attention. And I share, sometimes it seems like because you do something, it's overwhelming. But if you take things little by little and then just make it, you make it your habit. It's very easy to have, to set your water out before you go to bed at night or something, and have it sitting there so that when you wake up in the morning, it's right there for you, and it's just becomes part of your routine to have something there and to make it happen.
Yes. So I'm saying to the audience out there, if you're going through caregiving and you're facing the challenges, there is hope.
Yes.
You don't have to struggle.
Yes.
We find creative ways. I wrote journals while my late husband was laid up. I played music. I wrote poems. And I painted.
See?
All of that. Find creative ways to cope.
Creative ways to cope. And they're so each person will know what appeals to them. You may like to knit. You may like to crochet. You may want to, who knows, there are so many ways that you can do things and expand your mind.
Yes.
So definitely try. And again, this is for you. So you're going to be your only critic. You don't have to share what you're doing. So just because you're putting it down doesn't mean that the rules are there are no rules. The rules are there are no rules.
Good.
So you do what you like and what feels good to you, and just get all of that out of your system. You have to find a way to release all of that stress and anxiety and all that you're going through.
And that is why this is a vision center. This is the place where we do that. And I encourage my audience out there to schedule classes. And I try to go out and get grants and get corporations to pay for it, so you don't have to worry about the cost.
And that's it. And so some of you out there are part of corporations and places and organizations that can sponsor. So please, in all of the places that you're going to sponsor, remember to give back to people who are giving to our community.
Exactly.
So it's so important that we let the community see. So with that, I was very excited to hear about your art class for the youth and all that you put together in that art class. Can you tell the audience some of that, how it works?
It goes back to the 90s. I live on the east side of Wilmington, and I raised my son there. And during the long summers, I didn't want him to run the street. So I said to him, bring your friends. I converted my basement into a safe haven where all the boys could come.
So I am always delighted when I hear someone talk about youth. So people who know me know that I am big on youth and helping youth and just letting them grow and enjoy life and helping them. Children get to be children. So many times today, children don't really get to be children.
You're right.
And learn to express themselves. And that expression can be anything. So hearing about you and all that you've done for your son, can you just tell us a little bit about some of the things that you do for youth? And I want you to finish up with your art class. So you start with how it came and then finish up with that.
So yes, and I came here, I taught at St. Peter's Cathedral for a year.
Okay.
And my classroom sister described it as a museum, a little museum.
Wow.
I had the kids involved in the arts. And yes, for my son, I wanted him to be engaged over the long summer vacation. So I encouraged him, bring your friends. And I set up that basement as a safe haven. And they were able to practice all forms of art. And the short of the story is that all the kids who were involved in the arts and stuck with it graduated from high school, from college, are leading productive lives. One of them is actually making 6 figures. The arts are powerful.
The arts are very powerful. And again, that expression and the ability to express just relieves you of so much and just helps you live a fuller life. Just brings balance to so much. And it's so
see
important.
Your potential.
Yes.
Art is the form that shows you your potential, the various types of art.
Yes, all types. And we know, anybody who knows me knows, I love art. We have musicians, dancers, poets. We have everyone come on and share just everything that they love with me and with the audience, because I feel it's so important to reward children now and to let them come and see themselves. So they love coming on the show. So I love that you were able to do that for your son and so many youth as he was growing up. Now, if you'll tell us a little bit about the art class that you're offering and then what they get from the art class, because that is magnificent.
Very important. I have a free class coming up. It's going to be on the first Saturday in August, the 3rd of August. It's going to be celebrating Jamaica's 62nd independence anniversary. And culture is very important to me. So that class is free, made it free because I got sponsorship. It's going to be for 10 children ages 6 to 16. And it's more than art. It's about culture, it's about people, heritage, etc. History, I'm going to take them with a map of the world all the way to the continent of Africa, because we're talking about our independence, and that's where it began, when the slaves were captured and brought to the plantations. And history should be told in its entirety.
Yes.
I don't mince and take out the feel-good parts of history.
That's it.
I tell the raw facts of
That's
history.
what we need. And that's so good for the children to learn and then can express through art. That is so nice.
Yes, and they will be learning all that experience, traveling, taking that virtual trip, come back and paint. And they will have a masterpiece to take home. We don't copy. In my class, no copying. We're not copycat. They can't look at my work. They can't copy my work. It's ART from the HEART.
All right, I love that.
Yes. And I told them, if you copy, you can't sell it.
Right.
It's not yours. So
it.
it must come directly.
Isn't that amazing?
And they love that.
And I'm sure they do, because expression is cool. And that's so nice to let everyone know that whatever their expression is,
Yes.
that's what is valuable.
Very
so they
good.
value themselves and their own expression, as you, like you said, rather than feel that they need to copy someone else. They get to learn how great they are and how valuable they are.
And for the summer, I am working at Kingswood Neighborhood House.
Yes, yes,
Not
yes.
Kingswood, Neighborhood House in
Okay.
Southbridge.
Okay.
Working with children for the summer.
And we are excited that you even have visitors during our show. So hello.
Okay.
Oh, somebody came into the gallery, because that's what this, we're here at the gallery. We're live and we have visitors coming into the
Yes.
gallery. So we want everyone here to make a trip to the gallery as well. So we are live here we are taping live. And so the gallery is open.
And let me give the hours.
Yes, please.
It's open on Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The evenings are long. I can extend my days.
Okay.
And even on a Sunday evening, if you want to organize to come to the gallery, I am available. You come to 227 North Market Street, which is in an area called Lower Market Street area. And the phone number to schedule an appointment, 302-656-6786.
So I just learned something. I've seen that Loma, but I never knew what it meant.
Lower Market Street
area. Okay. So I learned something new today, everyone.
And just a traffic notice, if you're coming to the gallery, take 2nd Street and come up. If you attempt to come on 3rd Street, it may be impossible because there is a construction ongoing in that area. So come 2nd Street.
And there's typically lots of parking. We're okay and it's fun. We know downtown Market Street is safe and
yes, there's parking at Deltec too. Deltec, we want to salute Deltec.
Yes,
for
definitely.
providing free parking so that people can come, and especially us on this block, that we can have people coming.
That is important.
Yes.
That's so important. I learned something else today. Wow. So Delta has free parking?
Yes, in
Okay.
a special area.
In a special area. Okay, great. So we can definitely come and learn about the gallery. There's so much history. We're seeing
And acquire wealth. Because
Yes.
I just want to emphasize that art is everything.
Yes.
It's beauty first.
Yes.
But it's more than beauty, it's history. It's about politics. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I take on politics on my canvas too.
Okay.
And more so, it is wealth. It can always appreciate. Will
Gonna
never
go up. That's right.
Never depreciate. So I encourage people to acquire wealth through art.
And there's so much. I had the blessing of going with a group of young students to the Metropolitan Art Museum earlier to see Renaissance stuff, and so much that was not anything of value to the people at that particular time. It was done, perhaps it was just average, but now like anything we will get from you will keep going up. Keep going, having more and more value every second. So it is very important to start getting individual pieces, or to just design how you want your
And you can
home
send
and
messages through art.
Yes.
For example, could you pass that magnet for me?
I sure will.
We're big on health, Kim.
Yes, we are.
And we know the value of keeping healthy, and that food and health are closely related, and that food and cancer are related because the cancer cells love certain food. So we can't feed them, we should starve them. So I highly recommend this magnet. It's huge. And it's titled, Your Life is on Your Plate. You are what you eat.
And so think of how important that is. If you put that on your refrigerator, you put
It's
that
a reminder.
Yeah, so when you go, hey, let me make sure I'm paying attention to my life here as it goes. Now, one of the other pieces that I really like that we have here that you've done, you spoke about how, and it happens a lot, how sometimes men with prostate cancer really don't want to talk about it.
There you go.
They really,
I'm glad you raised that subject, Kim.
really are more shy and quiet and private, very private.
Private is the word.
Private about
is the word.
What's happening. And so you created a piece to honor that privacy and that it's a reality.
And it's titled Blue Ribbons too, because there are many ribbons of cancer.
Yes.
And we are accustomed to see the red ribbon and the pink ribbon, which is for breast cancer. But we seldom see or emphasize the blue ribbons. So the cancer that affects men, and especially in the African American community, prostate cancer is very rampant. And that's why I did this piece called Blue Ribbons too, because my late husband did have that type of cancer.
And so again, an expression that is a message. I mean, there's so much that happens with your artwork that I am excited to be here to be a part of, and to and when you think about all of the things that we kind of waste money on, so I can say that pocketbooks, shoes, people spend a lot of money on all of those things, and they end up a lot of times in Goodwill, because some of us even go purchase from different thrift stores because at some point we give it away. Well, guess what? Our artwork can stay with us, and we can pass it down for generations. That's it. So it becomes something that you subconsciously, or they don't realize they're getting it that way, but your children, grandchildren, everyone learns to respect and appreciate the art that has been given to them, and value something that they're going to keep and perhaps make some of their own.
And over the weekend, I sent a message. A peaceful city begins with me. That was the message with all we are going through.
Yes.
That I sent. And that message goes back 20 odd years. And Dr. J, my friend, down the street is having a block party. It's called 24/7.
24/7.
Peace in our city.
And guess what? We plan to be there. So Community Spotlight will be at the Peace.
So that should be in every child's room.
Yes, it should.
Or in everybody's place to send that message.
Yes, it should. And you can get a print, right?
Of course.
See that?
Of course.
There's so many ways.
You can get a mug, a t-shirt.
See that?
There are many ways you can represent art.
That's it. So again, I am delighted to have this conversation, because we haven't had an opportunity to have a conversation
for a long time.
Yes, my parents own your artwork, so you're very famous around, of course here locally, but definitely famous regardless, because of all the love that you put into everything, and all the sharing and all the caring, and the fact that you're willing to share the stories, you're willing to give to the children, you're willing to go out and get sponsorship to make it happen. So you do a lot. And
I now have a wall dedicated to the legendary One Love guy, Bob Marley.
That's it.
I unveiled the wall of paintings first Friday in June to celebrate the life of Bob Marley. One Love, when that movie broke.
Yes.
Was released.
Yes.
And then later when I met his son, Stephen, who came here to be honored those were the triggers. I told my curator, let's get the drape. We drape that wall and we unveil the painting.
Isn't that wonderful? And
Let's
so there
get
is
together.
It's a beautiful One Love wall, or Bob Marley, tribute to Bob Marley here in the gallery. Like I said, I've learned a lot. I truly enjoy the Tupac tribute.
Yes.
Everything. I'm like I said, I'm learning a lot. To know that we have that health consciousness in mind and together here, and we're going to share that message and continue to share the message because we know it's important for everyone.
Good. And if you're out there, you're suffering from the challenges of caregiving, and you're trying to cope with grief, struggle no more. Help is on its way. Help is here at LaFate Gallery Vision Center. Call me.
And there's so many times people will ask me, of course, because with the funeral business, about grief counseling and what I can do. And this is something that is very easy as far as expression, because some people aren't ready to talk.
That's true.
But if they're not ready to talk, they can still come and
paint
just
it
paint.
out.
And again, there are no rules, there's no right or wrong. It's just your expression. So anyone who's feeling like, what do I do? How do I do this? I know I was speaking with someone and they shared it's a little different now. The family's all gone. Like we had a lot of people here during the service and now it's just us again and we've all lived together. What do we do?
What do you do?
That's it. So
find creative ways to cope.
That's it. So I encourage you to get here. So I have more surprises. So we're going to take a break and I am bragging to everyone I can possibly know about my lovely assistant. How about my assistant is actually her mentee.
My mentee.
So we're sharing more and more constantly.
She was here during the pandemic.
Yes, and she's great. She's so fabulous. So we're going to share a little bit of her artwork, and we'll be right back to do that.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I am a part of the Congo Funeral Home team. My part is to help people pre-plan their funerals. Congo Funeral Home has been serving the community for many years, and now I find myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like, because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help.
Hi, Cherry Congo again, and I just wanted to reiterate some of the services that we offer at our administrative office at 2904 West 2nd Street, in addition to, of course, making your funeral arrangements. If you have to get something notarized, we have 3 different notaries public on site, so come on over, give us a call first, of course, and let us know that you need something notarized. We'll be glad to take care of it. If you need something faxed, just come, give us a call again, and we'll be glad to fax something to wherever you would like. any kind of services that we can accommodate for you, we're here for you, and we'll be glad to do it. So just remember us. Our telephone number is 302-652-8887. The email address is congofuneralhome@aol.com. Okay? See you soon.
Since 1975, the Congo family and the Congo Funeral Home have been a caring part of this community. We have cared for you in life, and we have cared for you in death, whether through our seniors cookouts, our youth citywide cleanups, our support of community events, or our care for families during the loss of a loved one. The Congo family has always been there. When death occurs, whether after a prolonged illness or after a sudden tragedy, it is always devastating to those left behind. And Sammy, Cherry, Kimmy, Trippy, Kia, and the entire Congo staff are always there to assist you in any way we can. From the very first phone call to long after the funeral service, we promise to be there for you. Our mission is to serve every family with dignity, respect, and care. We know the economic stress of today, so no matter what your financial circumstance, we pledge to help you celebrate your loved one's memory in the way you desire. So remember, when someone you love has passed away, call Congo Funeral Home, Delaware's premier funeral home. Visit us at our website at www.congofuneralhome.com or call us at 302-652-8887.
Hi, I'm Velda Jones Potter, candidate to become the next mayor of the city of Wilmington. I'm running to be mayor because I care about the people of our city, all across our community. And I believe Wilmington can be a safe, smart, and empowered city. My vision for Wilmington is that we're a city of clean and safe neighborhoods, thriving entrepreneurs and businesses with jobs for people all across our city, people who live here. Arts and culture that's thriving here in our city, and high-performing schools where our children are educated well. I believe in Wilmington, and I'm running so that we can create a city where people all across our city are proud to call home. Please come out and vote September 10th in the election, Velda Jones Potter for mayor.
Welcome back. As I shared, I am here with my fabulous, lovely, great, I can say all these wonderful adjectives about my new assistant, Mr. Bora, and only to find out that my new assistant is also the mentee of my new friend here. So, and here in front of us, we have a piece of artwork that Deborah made that I'm proud to say she has blessed me with. So, you guys can, I don't know, I mean, I know how I feel, I know how good art makes me feel, but you guys know more technical stuff about art, so I'm going to let you guys talk art talk here, and I'm going to step out as we share maybe some of your motivation in it, or, you know, how long it takes, or all the good things that people sometimes want to know.
Well, I am so very proud of my mentee, Deborah Tate. And it goes back to the year of the pandemic, when I had a class and she was one of the participants, and her parents found the talent, or we all saw the talent, and they decided to invest in her, and she came once a week for 9 months, and then in 2021 she was able to have her exhibition for Women's History Month. She had 25 pieces on display and sold one piece for a few $100s. So I am so very proud, and she is multi-talented. She took one of my photographs and she does digital art. I'm a brush stroke person, but she's very, very conscientious, and she knows how to work that digital art. So tell us something about this.
I'm going to bring in that piece of digital art there.
She surprised me with this. With my favorite dress.
Isn't that beautiful? So she can take something that, you want to explain what you do, Deborah?
So some people are able to just draw right onto the digital canvas. I am not that person yet. So I trace over something that I've drawn by hand. I take a picture, I put it into the painting program, and I color it on my phone.
Isn't that wonderful? And you can come up with something like this.
She's better than I am. Because don't ask me to do anything digital. I'm not there.
That's it. But just another example of how there's so many ways to express what you feel and so many ways to share your appreciation. So her sharing her love and her appreciation of both Miss LaFate and myself were to bless us with something that she's done for us.
And very importantly, I must make this point. 2 years ago, I encouraged Deborah to make prints of her work and note cards. And she, for Small Business Saturday, she set up her table. She's now not just an artist, she's an emerging artist and an entrepreneur. And that is the beauty of art. We can use it to help youth to find their talent and to make money. So I teach them entrepreneurial skills, and Deborah is a prime example of an emerging artist who has advanced, and she's an entrepreneur now. Look at this beautiful work of art. I am so very impressed with it.
Thank you. It was my first time putting in an earring, and I was so glad it went the way I wanted.
And this is acrylic on canvas?
Yes, it is.
Wow, it looks like oil. It's just vibrant.
Thank you.
Very bright, very.
I had used some, what do you call that? It's not resin. It's like a glaze thing to put on it to make sure it protects it.
Wonderful.
It is called
Beautiful.
resin, I think.
So, the fact is, if you want to commission my mentee, emerging artist entrepreneur, Deborah, to come, tell them your number to call, Deborah.
My number is 302-384-4111.
Yeah, we as artists should live from our art. We should enjoy the fruits of our labor. So I encourage you to patronize my mentee and to come to LaFate Gallery at 227 North Market Street to take these art off the wall. I've seen them for years now. It's time you put them on your wall.
Those are really ones that people really love most, the ones you painted from the island.
Yes, the Dunn's River Fall and the palm trees, yes. I love them, but I really want other people to own them.
It should.
I'm going to come back in because I love Dunn's River Falls. That may be the one I get.
Wow, wow.
So to be able to say so.
Yeah, you guys have gone to Jamaica many
That's
times.
right.
Yes.
So if you've taken any of those challenges and you came down Dunn's River Falls or whatever you were part of or you experienced.
You form the human chain and come down.
That's it. There's so much.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, and it speaks to your vacation. It speaks more than just something on your phone that you try to transfer or do something to share your experience and your story through art is just something that will always remain in your heart as well. So, yeah, come on down and look at and see what.
Yeah, and if you love wine, look at the wine right there.
That's it. There are so many different things for different people.
And
if you love golf, history, this is the place for you.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you.
And that's it. They're coffee mugs. They're cards. You know how we're always looking for a card that's different? Because we don't want to get a card that's like everybody else's. So we want something that speaks different. Like, we don't want to do anything like anybody else these days, right? We're such individuals. Come down.
And I leave them blank.
Yes.
So you can write your own greetings in them.
That's right. So it could be, so for me, if I see the one of three ladies together, do I feel that this is my sisterhood or these my cousins and we're expressing cousins? Is it just a breakfast together? By having these blank cards and you know what expression you want to say, you can just take one of these and just go for it and know that it's an individual art.
Good.
Yeah, so
And you can
we support it.
friend them.
Oh yes, and that's another option always, because you know how sometimes in smaller spaces you're in your bathroom,
Yes.
your places where where do I put something? We have individual art that we can put there. So I encourage you to come and support. We all are talking about black business and supporting black business. Let's do it for real, and let's make it intelligent. This is such an intelligent purchase because it's so much more than a dress or a cup of coffee or all of the other things. This is something that we can keep not only for our lifetime, but to know that this is a legacy that we're going to leave for our family.
Yep.
How great is that?
Good.
So,
And the month of August is recognized as National Black Business Month.
all right. So we look forward to seeing you here.
Come on over.
You want to give us those store hours once more?
Store hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Very flexible. The evenings are long. We can go beyond that. Call to schedule at 302-656-6786.
All right, and then again, let's, as a very quick recap here for me, because we're going to close out. And after we close out, though, you'll be able to see more of the artwork. So once we close out, still stay on the channel because we're going to take a tour of the gallery, so you'll see some of the artwork. But remember, caregiving, health, grief, just expression, a party, a gathering of friends, a celebration. Whatever it is that you want, we can do it right here.
That's right.
Let's have some fun.
And we can have some Jamaican food too.
Oh, really? And we
Yeah.
can have music.
Oh, music.
Oh, we got music. So don't, we can make it what we need it to be. So it's so kind that you're flexible and able to let us create the space that's going to feel good to us during whatever
It is my
celebration
pleasure.
we have. So
My pleasure.
look forward to seeing you here, and thank you for watching. But remember, keep watching because you're going to see some artwork.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I am a part of the Congo Funeral Home team. My part is to help people pre-plan their funerals. Congo Funeral Home has been serving the community for many years, and now I find myself being able to say that I have helped people pre-plan funerals for 30 years. I know I'm only 34, right? How can this be? But I have been helping the community pre-plan young, more mature, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. Every single person can pre-plan their funeral. And you can do it with a company that you know, that you trust, that's been here supporting you for many years. Many times families come in and they're having some difficulty, and I feel bad because I need to get to these places to help people understand that you can just take your time, make easy, low monthly payments, and not have the hardship at the time of death. So sometimes when someone passes, the pain is just overwhelming, and it's intensified by the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to pay. Well, we at Congo Funeral Home want to support you in every way possible, also by giving you options to prepay your funeral. There are no health questions that would disqualify you. There's no amount of money. We will work it out so that it happens for you. So please call me, 302-652-8887 or 218-8632. And I want you to know that I'm available to come talk to your church group, your community group, just your family if you like, because it's important that we get this information out to as many people as possible so we can help everyone feel the peace that some of us feel once we know that we're securely covered. So please give me a call and I will help.